Hey, we're live. I think we're live. Welcome to Crosspod Wordcast. I'm Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, David.
I'm David.
Hi, Lindsey.
Hi, I'm Lindsey.
Oh, hi, Lindsey.
Daniel, I feel like we're wearing really similar glasses, and I like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine are worn so rarely, but yeah, we got the similar shape on those. Dark tops. Mine have the clear bottoms.
Mine have a clear cut through them.
Oh, I see. That's
see
nice.
that,
Yeah, right through
fun.
there. Yeah.
David, get on this.
No glasses. I mean, I might have sunglasses.
Do you have perfect vision?
No.
Do you have you ever been prescribed a lens prescription?
I never have been prescribed a lens prescription.
Okay.
Are you the kind of person that would wear transition lenses?
Yes. Yes. I don't know what that is. That's the kind of glasses that change when you go indoors.
Indoor, outdoor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you would.
I feel like that technology isn't perfect, though. It's like frustratingly dark.
You know, producer Sam could speak on the use of the experience of using transitional contacts.
Guys, I have transitional contacts, and they are amazing.
The transition from sunshine to being inside, so like they get dark and then go light.
Yeah, they have built-in sunglasses, and I feel like I have a superpower now. I just walk outside and my eyes are their own sunglasses.
That's crazy.
That's pretty amazing. I'd like to try that out sometime.
What does it look like for someone looking at you? Like, does it just look you have brown eyes?
It's like pretty subtle though.
Oh, wow.
I've definitely been outside with you and not noticed it. I don't think I've ever noticed it. I do, except the time you pointed it out, and maybe I noticed it then.
It's like contacts generally. I don't see them unless I'm looking for them.
Yeah.
You know, the most understood that I have felt in a really long time is I saw this post on social media that was basically like, where are all my astigmatism people at? And do you want to get together and go after the person who invented those like really new bright headlights? And holy moly, like whenever I'm driving at night, it is like agony because those headlights, I know they're not even high beams, but to me, to my eyes, the way that they receive them, high beams, it's terrible. It's hard. So what I would like is a contact lens that transitions for nighttime for any sort of like, what are they called? They're not LED lights. What is it? It starts with
I think they might be LEDs.
Brutal. It's brutal.
But I will say also that these contacts, I will wear them at night, and they do like greatly improve my night vision. Guys, this is real.
That's
future.
Amazing.
That sounds great.
Well, David, surely when you transition into poorer eyesight, you can get some transition lenses.
I look forward to that.
Yeah. Well, let's go to it. We started a little bit late today, but we'll maybe still try and finish by 7, or maybe we've got a little extra, 10 minutes to throw on there. What do you think? We'll see. Okay. So let's catch back up. It's been a bit. We had to take some time off, but last we were on was November 4th, so it was about a month ago. And it was just Lindsey and I, and do you remember we talked about the Baumgartner's art restoration was yours.
Yes.
And I talked about Dune. I mean, we talked about Dune, but I brought Dune to talk about.
He's hiring a studio assistant. Baumgartner is.
Oh, he is.
Oh. I'm going to leave you guys and move to Chicago to take that job seriously.
That sounds great. That's lovely. Yeah.
Bye.
I still haven't watched any more of that since then, so nothing to report there. But Dune.
Did you watch Old Dune?
I watched Old Dune. I've seen the Old Dune, and then in the last year I watched like the first half of it again. But David and I have since had the chance to go and see Dune on the big screen.
Oh, did you?
So I'll simply report returning that it was well worth a second theater big screen viewing.
Nice.
It was very nice to watch there, and I'd watched it on the little TV in the meantime. Little, but 28 inches or something.
Not like a movie screen.
Yeah.
I get it.
So David, anything to say there? I mean, it's not a return report for you because we're here.
No, but I know you talked about Dune, and I want to follow up because we saw it together. Yes, I loved it, and we saw it in a two-dimensional projection, not IMAX.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I intend to see it in IMAX, and I hear that the 3D version is worth checking
Worth a
out.
try. I'd give that a try. Might as well see something that is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
In that effect. Okay, well, any other returns and reports from the week before? We've talked about the British Baking Show and Squid Game.
I've seen now the finale of that season of the Great British Baking Show.
Have I?
As have you, so we could talk about it.
We could.
I have not, but I'm not going to do that for a while. So you can talk about it. And I will say that I saw something that someone served raw dough. Is that a thing? Did that happen?
It happens sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
Oy,
sometimes
oy,
something just doesn't. I mean, it's not like
It's-
fully raw. It's
It
pieces,
seemed like
yeah.
she did it on purpose, but
Raw in
Ye-
areas like this one girl mixed her dough with a lot of oil.
yeah, she was making a
Ah.
focaccia, and there
Yeah.
seemed like there was
that
way
sounds
too
so
much
good.
oil.
She even commented they added in this you can tell where the story is going with some of these bakes
They
because
little hints, little foreshadowing
they
hints.
added in this comment like, I wonder if I should have put this much oil in here.
Yeah.
so you
And
know
then-
something will go wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't always, not 100%. Hey, I'll say, Sam, I'm monitoring the live stream, and it looks like our faces have disappeared. So
Not our faces.
not our
Well,
faces.
my
yeah.
face did disappear, but I did that on purpose. So that's why.
Okay.
over here.
Oh.
Oh, did you turn off your feed for a second?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, okay, cool. That
I
will
just have a
crash.
superpower that allows me to be invisible to
Oh, that's nice.
cameras.
Nice. Okay, we're back. I see on the screen there, although kind of not all we can see is Lindsay from the nose up.
Oh, that's
Um,
so great. My
thank
nose
you.
is
Your
my best
glasses look
feature.
great.
Sit a little taller, I guess, is
Yeah.
what Sam's trying to say.
Anywho, okay, so return and reports. We'll put a pin in that, except to say, oh no, wait, we were baking show, David. Anything you want to say there?
I love the show. It's got a lot of positive energy in it and unexpected winners. I in some ways,
Yeah,
and it can be emotional to watch and to see.
indeed. When people
see-
get emotional, it's hard to not
Yeah.
get emotional in return.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
and it's a peculiar show for in some ways over the course of the seasons to have to watch like who's on the show, like who they're casting for the host role, and then
Mhm.
and then for me, like the people who come through as competitors are all very interesting and pleasant. Mostly, it's always fun to watch, and there's a wide range of people of age and type, and I think they do a great job. And it's been interesting to see the arc of the host, like the judges and the hosts, and each depending on who's there, it kind of defines the era a little bit and how the mood is a little. And I think some have been better than others.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Well, I've enjoyed watching it. I will just quickly share in a report that it got me baking, and I've been mildly interested in baking before, but I guess the timing just finally lined up with like having kind of things to bake for, and so I've baked a couple of challah breads, pumpkin challah breads at this point, and then 4 batches of macarons, and they've gotten successively better.
Wow.
So
That's a feat.
I will have to bring you guys some baked goods.
Will you make me some
be ready.
focaccia bread
I will. It
less
will be
oil
very
than
oily.
you might expect. Yeah.
with rosemary in it, please? Mm.
But great. That's our return reports
R&R.
in the bag there.
Yeah.
Why don't we forego our buzz buys today?
Yeah.
And
I'm empty anyway.
Let's
fair
puzzle.
enough. Yeah,
Let's
let's get
puzzle
into
away.
this
Get this
puzz,
puzzle.
not this puzz.
Yeah, because today is December 2nd,
hmm
Thursday.
Yeah. Today is December 2nd, Thursday.
Today is 1 2 2 2 1.
Oh, 1 2 2 2 1. How about that?
12 2 21.
Well, okay, Rebecca. Rebecca.
Are you
where
not
is
down
it?
with palindromes?
I'm down with palindromes. Rebecca Goldstein's down with palindromes, I would say. I
Good.
bet maybe we'll get a reference to a palindrome in here. This is edited by Will Short Z. Not a long Z there. That's a short Z.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything, David? You see any patterns to note?
Yeah,
Lindsay?
there is that like set. There's 5 squares, 5 black squares in a row going at a diagonal.
Yeah, individual squares. Yeah.
Cute. I feel like there's
okay.
nothing really huge, like 25 down, 17 across, 58 across, and
Yeah.
35 down are our
Oh,
biggies. But
it looks like
and
Daniel's
it's a hint to
tapping
this
around,
puzzle's
yeah.
theme.
Yep, I'm getting right to down to business today. 58 across is 9 letters, and I went there because I figured it might be one of these, primer things to unlock the. And indeed, the clue is
One of a pair at the dinner table, or a hint to this puzzle's theme. And it cannot be as easy as salt shaker, can it?
one of a pair. It could be
shaker, salt, or
salt.
one of a pair, but you don't have a pair of salt shakers. You just have salt and pepper shakers.
Salt
yeah.
and pepper shakers. You're not wrong.
But it's one of
a pair. So it would be a salt shaker and then a pepper shaker.
Shaker, salt shaker. Yeah, exactly.
So then
Okay.
salt shaker, maybe it takes the letters of the word salt and mixes them up in the other clues.
Okay.
Should we?
Let's explore the puzzle. Should we look at
Let's
17?
yeah.
Yeah, that's 9 letters. It's one of the longest ones, 17 across.
17
Ooh,
across.
circadian rhythm regulator. What is that?
It's not like your sleep or like a sunrise, sunsets.
Is it something in the brain?
There is something in the brain. There are things like I'm trying to think about. There's I can't think. I can't think of what would fit that. But what about just like daylight or like daily light or something like that?
Well, why don't we look at like one down and see if that gives us any hints to that? That's 3 letters.
The clue is Hindu honorific.
Like Sri or something like that.
SRI. Okay.
Like that's kind of like saint or something, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, let's see if that fits. 1 across, maybe then starts with that S. Blank, blank, blank.
Ooh. Thwack is the clue.
Thwack.
Yeah, and it's not like the sound. It's like the verb.
Right. It's not in quotes, so we know it's just the verb,
Right?
probably.
Yeah.
Because if it was in quotes, or brackets or something like that, maybe. Or I don't
Could it
know,
be
what do they do?
SWAT?
SWAT.
SWAT.
Yeah.
Thwack.
Should we look at two down? See what's going on? Maybe W blank blank.
Success.
Is that a win?
Win. That's a win. Chalk that one up as a win.
3 down, A blank blank.
That
The
clue.
is
One may be tough to follow. Tough
One.
act.
Oh, a tough act.
Oh, that's
David.
fun.
True clue time. Should we look at
Yeah.
14 across?
Yeah, we haven't looked at the clue here for 14
Yeah.
across, but we have RIC blank.
Yeah.
How a dessert on the Great British Baking Show might be described.
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah.
A dessert made into a pudding out of this.
A rice.
Oh, fun.
It could be Puerto blank.
Rico.
Nice.
But the truest, cluest of them all is
14 across.
like chocolate mousse.
Oh,
Rich. Nice. Food might be a theme today.
Wow, wow.
Shall we
4
try
down?
4 down? Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do 4 down. TH blank 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 blank.
And that clue is historic Bay Area neighborhood with a 600 square foot rainbow flag. The Castro.
Castro. Nice. I wouldn't have necessarily been able to pull that, but you know that Bay Area, San Francisco area well, Lindsay.
Used to live there. The
Oh.
Castro has a great theater where they do sing-alongs with different movies throughout the year. And it's fun because I think, when the tower was open, I think they did a Little Mermaid sing-along that gave me Castro Theater vibes. And then also Yes, they've got great, pride in the Castro. They've also got a really great cookie shop from when I was there. I don't know if it's still open or not because COVID's affected a lot, but it's called Hot Cookie. It's very, very good.
Well, maybe we'll all get to hang out in the Castro one day and you can show us around.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
We could go to Dolores Park if we go on Easter. They have this thing called the Sexy Jesus competition. So, just saying.
Yeah, well, that sounds appealing. Rock Me Sexy Jesus, 20 across, maybe. C blank blank.
Okay, that clue is tech executive for short.
CTO, Chief Technology Officer.
Yeah, seems right.
Okay, 18 down, blank T blank. Excuse me, blankety blank.
Blankety blank. That clue is narrow inlet.
Just checked. Hot Cookie is still open in the chat thread here.
Thanks, puzzling old man.
Puzzling old man.
They have a cookie that I loved. That it was like a chocolate cayenne cookie, like a chocolate with chocolate chips, but then a cayenne. Yeah, it was real good.
Cookies. It kind of got kicked off. The thing that I've baked for a long time is chocolate chip cookies. I can make chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, like the back of my. I know the recipes like the back of my chocolate chip bag. Well, so anything for our narrow inlet?
I don't have an idea. I mean, if the T weren't there, I might say RIA.
Okay. Well, chief.
Oh, it could be CIO, Chief Information Officer.
Chief Information Officer. Okay.
Yeah, but then there's 2 A's in a row on 23 across. That's kind of weird. Should we look at 23 across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blank, blank, AA, blank.
Okay. That clue is Representative Bowman, the first male member of the squad. You're familiar with the squad, yes?
Yeah, that's like
Lon Omar,
AOC. And the iconoclastic troublemaker branded, from Fox News branded people in Congress.
So does a double A? Does this person have a name with 2 A's in it?
Yeah, Rep Bowman. I should know his first name. Well, Isaac could be ISSAAC, but
double S.
Why don't we do we want to start going like 23 down, 24 down just to kind of build her out?
Quickly return to 17 across now that we have inter, INTER, followed by 5 blanks for the circadian rhythm regulator. Inner ear, I
think is there gonna salt shaker? So is the salt gonna be in there?
Yeah, inner salt.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Let's do 5 down. We know we think O is gonna be right. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Blank 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 O blank 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 blank.
That clue is Australia once.
Used to be part of the UK. Used to be part of the British Commonwealth, or.
I mean, it still is.
It
isn't it still kind of part of the British Commonwealth?
Yeah,
So
it is.
Then, moving on. Let's try 28 across. Blank 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 S.
Oh, that clue is singer Tori.
That's Tori Amos.
Yeah, that's a gimme.
It's a gimme.
Yeah.
A gimme.
32 across then. Blank 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 T.
Mojito ingredient. Mint.
That's a gimme. Gimme mint.
All right,
That's
now let's
a gimme.
do 23, 24, 25 down. Blank AM blank for 23 down.
So that clue is place to hang a mezuzah, and that's a jam.
Door jam.
Like a door jam.
With like a B?
With a B.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's a jamba.
Indeed. I was thinking of, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like that character in Parks and Rec, the Councilman Jam. He's like, he just got jammed. He was a dentist. So 24 down, blank MI blank.
That clue is bestie in Bordeaux. So in French.
Ami, AMIS.
Interesting though, with the 36 across.
23 across got to be like Jake Cab or something.
Is it Jamal?
Jamal.
Oh, Kachokchi? No, not that guy. Okay.
Too soon. I shouldn't have. That's not a Jamal Kipchoge is not a
This one,
punchline.
I just saw the clue for this. We're going to be
Just
great here on
was.
25 down.
MON followed by
A bunch of blanks.
9
Yeah.
blanks.
That clue is largest French-speaking city in North America.
Montreal City. What's that?
It is.
Okay.
It's going to be Montreal.
So maybe a hint to this puzzle.
What if it's like Montreal ONT or something like that?
So this is a long one. So
or
maybe
QUE or what's Quebec?
QUE, like that.
We'll find out, won't we?
Let's see 57 across. See if that Q is in the right place. Let's check our P's and Q's. Mind them, and we'll.
Well,
later.
I'm not feeling good about that Q. Something's going on with assault, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it might not be right.
Well,
I didn't make any
Montreal does
promises.
seem like the largest French-speaking city.
Well,
in
should we
North
do
America.
42 across and just see what Montreal looks
Yeah.
Or
like with 42?
46 or
Yeah.
42.
Well, we could even play the true clue game, but we're
snap.
not confident. We're pretty
We're
confident.
not. Yeah.
But we're looking at it and it's doing a thing. Let's
Yeah.
just look at it. RO blank for 42 across.
So it says use 56 across, and then the clue for
56 across.
use A56 across. And then the clue for 56 across is boat propeller.
So I bet that's an or.
Or
and
okay, then
using
that's
it
a
as
row.
row.
So that makes Montreal. Should we do 46 across?
Yeah. 36 across now looks problematic, doesn't it?
It does. And I
did you
wonder
say
if
36 across?
Yeah, 36
AMIE.
Oh, excuse
AMIE,
me. I mean, what was I doing with that S there? Get out of here, S.
it's like you assume
Get
that
the S
French is
outta
spelled
here.
with all these extra letters.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we are capable of this clue.
Okay, so 36 across, BETR blank blank blank.
And that
Does
clue is,
dirty.
does it dirty? You betrayed me.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, does dirty betrays. Okay, great. Montreal.
Look at us.
Good. Looking good.
Should we vet out Montreal some more with 46 across, or do you want 37 down there? That
I'm good with either. 46 across, blank, blank, E.
That clue is presidential nickname.
it's got to be Ike.
Well, could it be Abe?
It could be Abe. Oh, it's got to be either Ike or Abe.
Ike or Abe, like I always say. It's got to be Ike or it's got to be Abe.
One or
we
the
got
other.
a true clue game opportunity. Timberthrax points out for 54 down. Should we do
Sure.
54 down blank AH? So we're not looking at the true clue.
We just look at the letters and the one missing letter and come up with it in our heads and then give each other clues for that answer. Could be blank, blank, or like when repeated, partners with sis boom ba.
Rah rah.
Yeah, there you go.
British farewell.
Ta. Okay.
Ta for now.
I have no idea. I just blank AH. What the open wide response?
Ah.
You could be
What a
out.
sheep says.
Ba, but is that like BAA?
Ba ba.
Okay, I guess.
The type of guitar pedal.
Wah wah. Is that with an H?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a W. W-A-H.
WAH is wah. Is wah.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Let's check it out. Contented sigh.
Ah, yeah.
Open wide.
Yeah.
I got a point for that one. Expression of exasperation. Gah.
Yeah, thanks to Mr. Alex.
I wish it were ga.
Yeah. Where to now?
Let's go back up to our Montreal little area and work on
Mhm.
it. Or we could go 5 down.
Did
I
we
don't
do
know.
5 down ever?
No.
No.
Let's do okay. Blank 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 OL. Oh, we did look at
we
this.
did Australia
That's right.
once. Oh, it's going to
Okay.
be something colony.
Oh yeah, like
Colony.
UK colony.
Colony.
Okay.
UK. 5 across. U blank 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 blank. Excuse me, that was one extra blank. Blank blank blank. No, it was the right amount of blanks.
Bow ties, e.g.
Bow ties are examples of.
Noodles.
Yeah, that's true. They're also examples of like neckwear,
Mhm.
Formal wear. Okay, let's try 15 across. K blank 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 blank.
That clue is puckish.
Huh.
Puckish.
Maybe UK is wrong, but I don't know what it could
Mhm.
be.
Could it be like navy? KNAVY? Like
like
a knave? Is
like
that?
a knave? Sure. He's a bit
I
of
don't.
a
I don't like that very much. Actually, I think we should.
Okay, I'll take it away. I'll pretend you never said.
We could jump down to 33 across and 29 across, or do you think we should do 6, 7, 8, 9 down?
I think we should do 46 across.
We already did that. We don't know.
But it's Ike or Abe.
It's like Abe. Okay, so 46
So
down.
46 down.
It's a 6 blanks, and it might start with an I or an A.
That clue is 2 for 1.
That's TOO 2 for 1. 2 is a it's what is it?
Also,
but
For
it's
one.
but as a category for like as an example of something or as a selected
That's really
example.
hard. That's really hard. What about 47 down? It could be a K or a B at first, and it's 6 letters long.
shoe with decorative perforations.
Oh, I think it's a brogue. Is that right?
That's a shoe though. Isn't a brogue like something you would do to a shoe? Isn't that the decorative perforations?
The broguing.
Yeah. That's not a shoe. But so what kind of shoe does have that?
Oh.
A loafer.
A loafer.
Okay. Well, L is not one of the options. It's K or B, right?
Oh yeah, Saber, Ike or Abe. Oh right. Well, how about what else could it be? Any other like a boat shoe, like a
Sperry.
Sperry topsiders? Yeah.
I don't know.
How about down here in where we got all these shorties with
Yeah.
with,
What's
a
up,
few
shorties?
letters?
We got
Yeah.
59 down. A blank blank.
The clue is earlier.
Like a go.
A go.
Yeah.
60
Earlier.
down. L blank blank.
Park Place? Question mark.
Lot.
Yeah, like a parking lot.
Yeah, I'll like that. I like that a lot. 61 down. T blank blank.
That clue is Laura de la Siesta, maybe.
La hora de la siesta, maybe. So that's
The hour of the nap. 2.
nap time in
In
what is that?
Italian.
Italian. Yeah, it's not Spanish because it's missing the H on ora, and they wouldn't smash them together like that. And Della.
So it's like TRE. Is it Trey?
Tre.
Trey. Yeah, that's a good time for a snooze. All right. Well, we've
Was 66 across.
yeah, blank GOR blank.
Okay. That clue is ancient Greek marketplace.
Agora.
Agora.
Oh,
Phobia. Fear of marketplaces.
Also a Rachel
Gre- of
Weisz
Greek-
movie.
Fear
Agora.
of Greek marketplaces.
mhm.
Okay, 69 across. Blank OTE blank.
That clue is copy that. I'd say
Got
noted.
It's-
Noted.
Noted.
Oh, noted. You think? Yeah, noted.
Well, got it. Well, you liked it, and then you're like,
Well, let's
got
look
it
up
is so good,
39
we're gonna
down.
Change Trey to try.
Tree is not right. It's got
Yeah, 39 down. You say?
Yeah, let's look at 39 down and see if the D is right.
Yeah. Blank 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 blank. OSAD.
A pity, really.
It's so sad.
So sad.
So
Something
sad.
like that. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
It's so
Looks
sad.
good.
Okay.
Looks nice.
Let's do 62 down. K blank blank.
That clue is parent approved cereal, and that's Kix. KIX.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Kid tested, parent approved.
Listen, they're good.
they like cornmeal.
But they float so much that it's kind of like hard to figure out the
How to
milk
get
to
them
cereal ratio.
Indeed, yeah. I
is
know
it
that.
corny? Is it?
I don't. It's been so long since I've eaten.
Yeah, I believe that's a
Kix.
corn-based cereal.
Sure.
Mm, Kix
63,
sounds good.
63 down. E blank blank.
Okay, that clue is GPS approximation.
ETA. 64 down. R blank blank.
That clue is stand band 1989.
Start with the
Stand
M.
in the,
In the
place
place.
where you were.
Okay, so we've got some real interesting 70 across True Clue and 67 across True Clue.
Yes.
Does 70 across seem right? Could we be
Could
dealing
it
with
be
a
a
different
person's
type?
name? Blank
Yeah.
XAO.
Blank XAO.
And then 67 across
Let's
blank
just do that one.
ITE. Sure.
Could be take a blank out of crime.
Bite.
Bite.
McGruff quote.
How about Mary Poppins prop?
Kite.
Could be
Little tiny little bug.
might. All right, that's good. But the true clue, 67 across.
Fun.
Refer to.
Sight.
All
Nice.
right, cited. I'm excited for us to figure out what 70 across is because I have no idea. We gonna try? Anybody?
I don't have any
Blank
guesses.
XAO. Checkup, for example. E.g.
It's REM. Not REO.
What if
REO Speedwagon.
REO
What did you think it was? Maybe they did a cover of it.
So here we are now.
How bad indeed.
Exam.
That's a gimme.
Yeah.
We all would have got exam probably.
Yeah. What else
Okay,
is there?
now 35 down. We got to look at this. It's got 5 blanks, then RAC.
Something race.
Something that's impossible to run by yourself. That's a 3-legged race, isn't it? Or
human race.
Human? Wait.
Relay race.
Relay race. Human race, David.
I can't run the human race by
Those
myself.
darn human
don't ask me to
races.
do that. That's too much of a responsibility.
Yeah.
No one man.
So 53 across. SAY blank blank blank.
That clue is agree.
Say yes.
It's good. It's an Elliott Smith song title.
45 across. L blank blank blank.
That clue is delicate textile.
Lace.
Indeed. Lacy. 50 across. A blank blank blank.
That clue is open blank. Not an open bar. Open arms.
Open arms.
Open arms.
Maybe.
Now we have true clue game here for 40 down and 41 down.
Yeah, 40 down. Blank CME.
The top of
And-
something.
Yeah, Acme.
Acme.
That's great.
I was
That's
going to
great.
say
Bugs Bunny's
Roadrunner brand. Or
Acme.
Roadrunner. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It could be all of those. But the true clue is 40 down. Peak.
Peak.
Nice. Lindsay
So,
gets some
oops,
points
sorry,
there.
that's not right. Don't look. 41 down. Blank ESS. So the true clue could be
Porgy and blank.
Bess. Could be where the Scottish monster place lake.
Ness.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monster of Loch Ness.
Yeah.
Duberville's lady.
Tess.
Old Tess of the Dubes. Monster of Loch Timberthrex. Great.
Oh.
Word often confused with fewer.
Less.
Yeah.
Could have been blank is more.
Yeah. Less is more. Okay. It could have been any of those, but it was less.
38 across looks interesting to me. That blank I, blank E, blank A, L.
Word before oil or water.
Mineral.
Mineral oil, mineral water. Okay. How about 11 down? We got 6 blanks, 7 blanks.
This is another long one, and it might be messed up by this salt thing.
Yeah, it's a 7 blanks and then RARY.
Palpable collection overseen by a bibliothecarius. So it's something library.
Yeah, like a papal library, but papal's in the thing, so like a.
Okay.
Well, 31
Flat.
across. I blank blank. Make definite informally.
Ice.
Oh yeah, like put it on ice.
Oh.
Is that right? I mean, isn't that like put it on hold?
You think that's
Yeah.
right?
Put it in ink.
Ink. Yeah.
Wait, let's put that on ice.
Well, you
No,
put the
let's put it
bottle
on
of
ink.
champagne on ice after you sign the ink.
That's it.
True clue for 34 across. Blank RB.
Most common form of a ghost hunter's proof of the existence of the paranormal.
Orb?
I know that's a long clue, but yes, it's orb.
Orb.
Because it's like there's dust everywhere, so you can be, oh my god, look at the orb.
Oh. Yeah, it could be that. It could just be Could be that.
Yeah, I guess it could be like
Scepter topper.
orb.
Like an orb. Okay. Well, we're
Okay.
43 across, dead middle, blank, 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 T.
That clue is shore. In quotes.
Sure.
I bet.
I bet. 44 down, B, blank, blank.
That clue is plead.
Beg.
Beg.
I plead to differ. 27 down, blank, 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 M-E, blank.
That clue is German physician who coined the term animal magnetism.
Probably like a myrrh or something on the end. Kimmer, dimmer, dismer. 33 across, N, blank, blank, blank.
That clue
Oh, I
is
think it's mesmer.
Oh, mesmer. Yeah, I like that. 33 across, N, blank, blank, S.
rejections.
Nas.
Nays.
Nays.
Okay. Nah.
All
right.
30 down, blank ASI, blank, blank.
The clue 30 down. Vouch for, in a way, and the 4 was in parentheses. Cosine or something.
Cosine. Yeah, it's cosine. Yeah, nays
So you think
is wrong.
Wrong. Cosine. So N-O blank S. Rejections.
Knots.
Nods?
No.
No, nods.
Let's try 29 across.
Does sometimes nose get pluralized with an E? N-O-E-S?
I've never seen it.
Okay, yeah, 29 across. O-C blank E blank blank.
Mendelssohn work in E flat major and others.
Octets?
Octets, probably. How about 26 down? Blank D blank.
That clue is consumed. 8.
8. Excuse me. So
At.
yeah, your nose. That's interesting. Nose pluralized with an E. 26 across, we got AM, blank, 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 L, blank, blank.
That clue is HS, so not high school, but H.S. I'm assuming they mean high school course that might have a unit on the Harlem Renaissance.
And that's abbreviated because of the HS.
Yeah.
So like a well, but that's mesmer. So
yeah,
a mare.
Lit, but it's African American literature, isn't it? But that's also not usually or it wouldn't be American literature.
Yeah, it's
American literature.
It's a sub-discipline of American literature.
Right.
Is the Harlem Renaissance, I guess.
But I'm not sure how that
vet that out somehow. Like
22 down.
Yeah.
Blank maybe RSON.
We could play the True Clue game on it.
We
I already saw it.
As did I.
Okay.
Go ahead, David.
I was going to say blank Scott Card, author of
nice
Orson. Wow.
Orson, but it indeed is what the more common one is, basis of some insurance fraud.
Orson.
Okay, so how about 9 down? Blank, 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 ET. Phone home.
That clue is tarsal adornment.
Anklet.
Nice, David. 21 across, LA, blank, 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 blank.
Labor leader Dolores Huerta or astronaut Ellen Ochoa. Latina?
Latina. Not Latinx.
No, not that. I was looking at 17 across. This one about circadian rhythm regulator.
Right, internal clock.
Yeah, it's like internal something clock, but it's inter clock. That's weird, right?
So what we did think that this one was maybe weird because of those.
Yeah, let's get that.
So could it be inter
NaL?
No.
Oh, because salt is NaL on the periodic table.
That's right.
NaCl.
NaCl.
NaLC.
Uh,
So it's
NaCl.
it's shaken up salt by making it.
Internal
Yeah.
clock.
That's
And
fun.
then penal colony. Timberthrax points that out. Penal colony. So
That's
PE.
indeed what
Nice.
that was,
This
yeah.
is so
Once.
fun. I like
Very
that.
clever stuff.
Well, so where
Yeah.
else do we expect to maybe see one of those? Like a relay race?
Well, 11
Uh,
down and 26 across. We were like American Lit or whatever, but it's going to
Oh,
be
sure, you're right.
um,
But it's still abbreviated. But I guess you got that lit.
NALC. I think you have to put
Ameri-
NALC somewhere, right?
Yeah, well, there's an L.
CANL.
Yeah. So
Amer.
NALC right there.
uh,
Oh, CAL.
CAN.
Oh, they're all shaken up. I see.
yeah.
American. So NL, not LN.
Excuse. There we go.
American Lit. Wow.
And then
And then so something.
CAN library.
The papal
something
collection
can
overseen by a
library.
bibliothecarius.
Pelican
is the-
Library.
The Pelican Library. Yeah.
Is that a
That's
thing?
where the Pelican
I have-
brief goes.
Yeah,
Julie
No
Roberts.
idea.
Well, the K.
Papal
That's
collection.
nothing.
Vatican Library.
Vatican, David.
Simple. It was in front of us the whole time.
Yeah.
And then there's another one for 25 down. There's Montreal, Canada, right? So it's
Yeah.
LCAN.
Indeed. Yeah. L.
CAN.
You think it's right there?
It's right there.
It's gotta be,
LCAN.
'cause,
It's
yeah.
got to be, yeah. And then Hawaii is famous for them. Blank, blank, LCAN, blank, blank, blank.
Volcanoes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
volcanoes.
with an OES. This is very using the E to pluralize.
Yeah, a lot
Heavy.
of a lot of extra
At
vowels.
least they're consistent with their 33
Yeah.
and their 55
Yeah.
across.
Thing.
Where
Oh,
to
fun.
from here?
Rebecca. Where to from here? Indeed. Top right's got some good cluage going on. We can get some true
the-
cluage
with the
going.
V and some, yeah.
Let's do 12 down. I do think there maybe is some weirdness there.
Blank, 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 NIN.
That clue is 1996 hit for Alanis Morissette. It's ironic. So ink is wrong. It might be ice.
That is a little ironic, right? I mean,
man.
Don't you think?
don't you think? Yeah.
A little too ironic. 13 down, blank, 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 ATE.
That clue is housemate? Question mark.
Housemate. They're separated because I think housemate could be one word,
Mm-hmm.
but a housemate with a question mark is like non-traditional, like a a mouse or a rabbit or a rat that would like live in the walls or in the basement or something. Housemate. 10 across, blank, VI, blank.
That clue is dollar alternative.
Dollar alternative.
Is it like a rental Avis?
Like
yeah.
Avis Rent-A-Car?
Yeah.
There's a renter car place called Dollar Rent a Car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Blank AR blank, 16 across.
That clue is lunar plane.
Lunar plane.
Oh. Lunar plane.
We'll have to come back to it. 19 across, blank TO blank.
That clue is heaps. Lots. A ton.
A ton.
Nice.
10 down could true clue it, but it looks weird. A blank ATI.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we just look at it?
Let's
Yeah.
just look at it. Yeah. Violin family name.
I don't know that still.
Yeah,
What about
exactly.
13 across is kind of a clear
Down.
13 down. Yeah, sorry.
Housemate Senate.
Yeah,
Politics.
Can't avoid it.
Can't escape it.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have 16 across now is blank ARE.
Did we already see this though?
Lunar
We did.
plane. Oh, MARE. That's what it is. It's like
Mare?
mare, like the French word for.
Oh, like for ocean. Yeah.
I don't know. That's not quite true. I don't know what. No, it's. I don't think that's quite true. I don't know why.
Well, maybe we'll look it up, and we'll look
Yeah.
up Amati as a violin maker.
Yeah.
Well, we're well into this puzzle. We've only got a little bit in the top middle and then the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
And we've 34 minutes in, 35 minutes in. So
We're
cruising
blitzing through. Should we do
cruising along. Let's try one of these across, and we could do some true cluing
P blank 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 A?
for
Oh,
5
we
minutes.
looked at this.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Oh, yeah. Pasta. For
ditto.
bow ties.
How do we? Oh, because we were like sure we were like, oh, it's UK, of course.
UK colonies.
So we
Yeah.
could true clue it up with 6, 7, 8 down.
Okay. A blank L for 6 down.
She's blank that
Oh.
movie
Nice.
from the 90s.
Early access to the internet for 90s kids.
AOL.
Oh,
You've got mail and all that.
probably still got a CD somewhere with some minutes on it.
Feel poorly.
Ale.
Not my favorite kind of ale.
No.
But the true clue for 6 down is
Every
Every
last
last one.
one.
all. That's a point for me. I'll take it.
Oh, greedy.
Yeah.
On to 7 down. S blank O.
Blank motion.
Slow. Dwelling with a shared bathroom.
Dwelling with a shared bathroom.
Living space with a shared bathroom.
Living space.
Jack and is that a Jack and Jill?
It's called an SRO. Single
SR.
room occupancy.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
okay. SRO. I'm kind of I don't know. I was gonna do one and then I lost it when I was thinking of Lindsay's one, and now
Sorry.
I'm stuck. It was just so good. Oh, blank Paulo.
Sao.
Sao Paulo.
Yeah, Brazil. True clue, 7 down. West Coast Air Hub for short.
SFO.
San
Yeah.
Francisco. Okay, great. So now we have 8 down T blank C as well as 15 across ELF blank N.
Yeah.
Blank talk.
Tick.
Tick. Do you mean blank tac toe? Because TikTok pretty sure has the K on the end.
Yeah. What about blank tack?
Oh, unless you're talking about the TikTok, obviously. That's
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
TikTok, Mr.
But
Wick.
that's a K too, isn't it? 2 Ks. TikTok.
It's a CK.
TikTok? The song?
TikTok. When I'm saying TikTok and I'm referring to the clock's movements, that's
Right.
TICK, TOCK, right?
Right, indeed. And when you're referring to what the kids are all into these days with their TikToks,
Yeah.
that's a TIK.
Mm-hmm.
TOK.
And I'm saying my true clue is blank tack.
Blank tack tick.
Yeah.
Okay, great. The true clue. First X or O.
Oh, Daniel, you kind of got that.
Sure, I'll take it. But 15 across. Anyone want to clue that?
ELF blank N.
Like Legolas.
Elfin.
Elfin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Legolas.
The true clue though is puckish, and we already saw that, and it's
We did.
elfin. So
Yeah, we did see that. Okay, on to what? 48 across, 37 down. We're looking at it. AW blank blank E.
still up. Say, awake.
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 Uh,
Oh, now we can do a true clue game for 48 across. Blank. A blank GERS.
enrages.
Angers.
Tells the future.
Augurs. Is that with an ERS? Oh yeah. Or what are you? Well, one of them is with the ERS, and then there's the thing that you use to like dig in the ground, like an actual the actual digger. I think is spelled different.
Okay.
Anything else, Linz?
I don't really have anything.
Okay, true clue. 48 across. Ticks off.
Angers.
Angers,
Isn't that what
yeah.
Lindsay said?
Well,
no, I
it was
said,
that's what
Daniel,
Daniel
and that was like
Enrages.
what I guessed.
Enrages.
yeah, she said tick earlier though. She was
Oh,
ticked off earlier.
TikTok off.
49 down. I think we already saw this, maybe.
Or we just, I think,
Or it's
can
just
say
a gimme.
It's an obvious one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a clever clue, though. So it's obviously it's Nissan and blank SSAN.
Yeah, leaf producer. That's
We
cute.
would have been talking about all the different trees you can think of.
Trees, obviously. Okay, so 51 across looks pretty interesting. Blank blank A blank KING.
This is the clue: performance artist portraying male characters.
Performance artist portraying male characters. Something king.
Yeah.
I don't know about it. Let's come back to it. How about 57 across? Blank blank A blank.
We did look at this one actually. Pulitzer-winning novelist Jennifer.
We did look at that one.
When we were looking at Montreal and comparing it, and when we put Quebec in there, we talked about looking at the Q, and this was what the Q would have been.
Right.
But we gave up on that before we even read it.
Well,
out
it's
loud.
no Q. It's an A.
It's an A. Blank blank A blank, and we don't know.
We still don't know.
Winning novelist Jennifer, unless y'all know that.
No, I don't know that.
No.
65 across. Blank blank D blank. And that clue.
Is
Like texting during a conversation to some.
Rude. Yeah. 68 across. Blank blank A blank.
that's going to be symbol of Russia.
Symbol of Russia.
Star? Is it the star?
Oh, yeah.
Star.
I think it
No,
is.
it's like a sickle, star and sickle on their flag or something. Or if he doesn't,
Yeah.
every
Well,
flag
the
has stars on
USSR
it.
was the sickle, hammer and sickle.
Or could it be symbol of Russia like Tsar?
Czar.
Like that.
Symbol of Russia. Czar.
Let's try one of the
Star
long
seems
ones.
nice. If we look at 46 down, is it going to be plural and is it going to be star? I think.
Sure. Blank blank V blank R
Oh.
blank.
Mm,
We already saw
2
this.
for 1.
What about 52 down? Blank O blank ER.
Hopeless case.
Goner.
Loser.
Oh.
Goner could be right, but I like L better for 51 across.
Okay, good.
For the ALKING. Chalking, performance artist portraying male characters.
I think it's going to be someone with the last name King. Like
Okay, so if it's Goner, then it's just like Snag King.
that doesn't look great.
Yeah.
What about 68? Let's just work around and get 68 across. Blank blank AR.
Well, we saw that symbol of Russia.
Oh, we
Let's
did.
do 57 across. We already
Oh,
saw that.
We did
Let's
that.
do
Okay, what about 47 down? We haven't seen
7 down.
47
That's
down.
the only one we haven't
Blank
seen.
blank O blank U blank.
No, we saw that. Shrew with performative,
Can I-
decorative.
look, it's
perforation.
brogue. It's brogue.
Is it
Like, just put
Saludos?
it in there.
Saludos.
Sorry, never mind. It's not.
Um,
But then that would be Abe for the presidential.
Oh,
nickname,
then
yeah?
brogue likes Abe.
indeed, it does.
Drag King performance.
Oh,
artist
yeah, there you
female
go.
Characters.
Nice. Okay,
And
and
then
then adverb.
Adverb.
Oh, something
nearly.
is off. Did I spell brogue
What's
wrong?
57 across?
Jennifer
Oh,
Egas.
Yes. Goner. It's Goner. It's 52
Oh,
down. Is not
excuse me,
Gozer.
Egan. Jennifer Egan. There we go.
Nicely
Oh.
done.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Well done, guys. In
Pretty fun.
43 minutes and 32 seconds. That's 4332. If you read out the numbers individually on 12221.
Oh, numerologically, it's pretty compelling.
Indeed, yeah, it's strong work. We should have gone on 2 more seconds to get a 4334. But I was
and
jumping the
it's-
gun.
It's too late for that now.
Well, now it's time for our etymological pass, and we're going to look up some of the things that we didn't know. Mare, amati, for examples. So let's go to our favorite Edom Online.
Edom Online, the
Not
website
Etsy.
resource for etymologies
Yeah, the
in English.
resource for English etymologies that there is. Amati, or no.
MARE, Mare.
Yeah.
We've looked this up before on the podcast, I believe.
Have we? Okay, I guess it's been a minute. So you got different nouns here. There's relating to the horse.
Then the
broad-
second one.
Broad dark area of the moon, 1765, from Latin mare sea. There you go, David. You're right. from the
I was saying
Proto-Indo-European
something about
root.
it being French, but yeah, it makes sense that it's, I guess, from Latin.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all Latin.
Applied to lunar features by Galileo and used thus in 17th century works written in modern Latin. They originally were thought to be actual seas.
That's cool. Okay, well that's Mari. How about now? I'll just Google Amati.
Ooh, sure. The violin.
Violin.
Ooh, it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, beautiful. It's the last name of a family of Italian violin makers who lived in Cremona from 1538 to 1740. Wow. So imagine a business, going for that long. Like that's pretty amazing back then.
I bet. I mean, I guess they might not be going anymore, right? But the family.
I mean, it's different than a business, obviously. A little, it's
like a family business.
A family business, yeah.
It's crazy, yeah.
There it is. There's a picture of an Amati violin. Looks like a violin. Looks pretty. But keeping those things in, working order is a bit of a
chore. It doesn't seem to have the name recognition that Stradivarius has, but it should.
No.
Is the Wikipedia the first paragraph was kind of saying like it's as significant.
Mm-hmm.
It's considered equal to those of the Bergonzi, Guarneri, and Stradivari families.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. Jamal Bowman. Let's get a look.
We gotta find out about this gentleman. Sounds like he's part of a fun squad.
Indeed.
Squad rules, right? What's that Taylor Swift thing? Squad goals.
Let's just take a look here at his. Oh wow, that
New
is
York's 16th.
He's like floating like us.
Who's controlling the kind of the yaw and the movement? Is the mouse?
Yeah,
like
there we go. The
flying
rest
you
of his body appeared, but at first it was like cut off, so it's like his torso was floating. His cutout smiling torso is superimposed over just like some drone footage of an apartment complex, and he serves the New York's 16th congressional district. So how about that? Anything else to know?
I like him.
Yeah, he's got a very cute smile.
Approachable.
Yeah. He's clearly just like he's a chill dude. But he's in the squad, so who knows? Maybe he's a troublemaker. Or a iconoclast at least.
At the very least.
Should we also look up this Egan, 57 across individual?
Indeed, the Pulitzer
Jennifer
novelist.
Egan.
Yeah. Jennifer Egan.
I wonder if she has a website where she's floating above buildings.
Well, Wikipedia says we have the same birthday. How about that? Not the year, but she's about 20 years older than me. But September 7th. How about that? Egan's novel, A Visit from the Goon Squad, won the 2011 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. I've heard of that, but I don't know much about it. It's got a guitar on the cover. It's set 13 interrelated stories with a large set of characters, all connected to Bernie Salazar, record company executive, and his assistant, Sasha. I wonder, is this what kind of makes me think of, has this been made into a movie? No.
There was like a segment there, adaptation there. HBO
HBO's,
television.
But not yet. It was dropped.
Oh, dear.
Okay, well, great, Jennifer Egan. Nice to meet you. She's got a nice smile as well, signing some books here. Remember that? Book signings? Public events?
I never really went to many of those before.
Oh, okay. Well, better check your internal clock on that.
Yeah. Can we look up brogue for fun? Maybe in the etymological in the etym online.
Indeed. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because it is an accent as well. It's like a term used, right?
Yeah. Type of Celtic accent. associated with rural Irish, Scottish Highland, etc. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So the shoe really must just be like a brand, right?
Well, go down. Look, no,
Oh,
Daniel.
excuse me.
Brogan, type of coarse half boot, 1846, from Irish and Gaelic. Brogan, diminutive brogue, shoe, compare brogue. And now you can click on that. What? Well, that's weird. Because look, then there's a noun.
Okay, so there is a different type of noun. Oh, sorry. I totally blew through this. I apologize. Type of Celtic accent, 1705, perhaps from the meaning rough, stout shoe, made of rawhide and tied with thongs. Of the type worn by rural Irish, Scottish Highlanders, the Gaelic or Irish, from Old Irish brogue, shoe. The footwear was characteristic of the wilder Irish. Thus, the noun might mean something like speech of those who call a shoe a brogue.
Oh.
Or perhaps it is from Old Irish baróg, a hold on the tongue. Yeah. But it definitely means shoe, and it's a rough, stout shoe. Let's see if we can get a picture of a brogue. Oh, brogue shoe. It's got its own Wikipedia. Look at those. Those are pretty.
They're nice, huh?
Don't look so rough. Those look pretty fancy. And it seems
Indeed.
like when people talk about brogue or broguing, they're talking about those perforate. The clue in the puzzle said perforation, shoes with perforations or something. Right?
Yeah. So Wiki says of brogue shoe, derived from the Gaelic brogue and the Gaelic brogue, Scottish Irish for shoe. It's a style of low-heeled shoe or boot traditionally characterized by multiple piece sturdy leather uppers with decorative perforations or broguing and serration along the piece's visible edges. Yeah, like a wingtip kind of, you picture wingtips having broguing, but I would have never thought that. I didn't know that was the brogue was a type of shoe as well. Yeah.
Go to history, see if they have an old photo. No.
Yeah, of the old ones that are strapped around your leg.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gilly brogues are for like that. Those are like dancing shoes.
Yeah, like Irish dance kind of deals with
Like Lords
kind
of
of
the Dance.
yeah, it kind of looks like a it looks like that wingtip, like a man's wingtip shoe, but then it's all kind of open with lots of lacing up, that then the laces continue and you just wrap them around your shins
With a thick pair of socks.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But then it also shows just maybe some boots, some fancy boots. Ooh, these are nice, kind of fun.
Wow.
Decorative women's shoes. Okay.
We've learned lots about shoes. Any
Yeah.
Words,
Brogues,
from
loafers, brogue boots. Anything else from this here puzzle that we want to look up? I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
We'll call that. That bell means it's time to move on to our art section.
Yay.
And yeah, we still got 18 minutes to get through it.
To burn.
Yeah. Anyone want to go first? Shall I?
Sure, Daniel.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so I think what I really want to talk about today, because it was such a pleasure to go and see. And David and I have talked about this, and he'd already seen it before I went to see it, and that is French Dispatch, the French Dispatch, the newest Wes Anderson movie. Lindsay, have you seen it? Okay.
No, I have not.
Well, then we'll avoid spoilers, but I'd say
I think it's okay.
okay, cool. I mean, what do you know much about the structure of it or anything? Have you know much
No.
about it at all? You seen a trailer for it?
No.
Well, it's a huge old cast, just like, typical Owen Wilson. If you look at this, the poster here, it's got like just this little, what do you call this, collage of like all of the characters in these little cutouts. And you've got your Bill Murray and Jeffrey Wright and Adrian Brody and Benicio del Toro, Tilda Swinton, Frances McDormand, Liev Shriver. I mean, there's so many
Jason
people.
Schwartzman, Timothy
Jason
Chalamet.
Schwartzman's up in there. You've got what's the guy that plays Quinn in Homeland? There he is. You got Edward Norton.
No, no, I can't remember his name.
So I'll borrow some to describe it on the Flash Filmcast, or maybe they just go by Filmcast now. They said that this was the most Wes Anderson movie. Whether that makes it good or bad depends on whether or not you like Wes Anderson. And I love Wes Anderson, and so I would say it was a masterpiece. That's my top line takeaway there. And
dang, that's high praise
to David. But David, you've seen it. Do you want to?
I saw it. I also, I think of it as, I kind of feel like each time he makes a movie, it's his new best movie, because he does improve and acquire new actor. It's like he's a Katamari ball that's rolling and getting new actors all the time. He the bigger his star power gets, there's no actor who will turn him down, right? No one doesn't want to be in one of his movies.
And they do it for next to nothing. This one I heard has like a $25 million budget.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like kind of crazy to imagine, especially with how much set decoration takes place. So the actors must be taking like, I bet they get a little bit of residuals, the big people. And then other people are just like, no, I just need to get my name in. I just need to get in there while he's allowing me, to be part of his ensemble, because it's like this badge of honor. I thought it was super clever. I loved all of the he used this kind of like technique of just basically like taking what you would normally experience as a still image, but then crafting it live. Like this little image right here is of this fake town, Ennui in France. And he, this little thing is at the very beginning. It's like the town wakes up, and it's like you watch this scene of like all of these people opening up, and they all open up in this single shot, and suddenly it goes from just this quiet scene to like all of these things happening. And it's
like a Richard Scarry page kind of come to life.
I don't know Richard Scarry,
but with people instead of animals. Yeah. It's a marvel. It's really an incredible accomplishment, this movie.
Yeah, and he definitely uses a whole bunch of different styles, and uniquely he filmed it in this is actually probably closer to the actual aspect ratio right here. It's like a 4:3, I think.
There's different aspect ratios in it too. It shifts.
But I wonder what it'll be like when it comes out on, streaming or whatever, what they'll do. Cause most movies, they kind of like have that format and then they can't change within it. And so I expect this will, probably be formatted correctly by the time it gets released in the TVs. It'll take up top to bottom of your screen, which is not something that you normally see on your TVs with most movies. You get the wide screen, black bars on the top and bottom. Yeah,
like that.
But if he did moments like this, it was moments. It wasn't like there were segments that were in a wide screen format. I thought there were. It was mostly in this 4:3.
I think it was mostly kind of a bigger ratio. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so I definitely do recommend. We'll watch it again. I probably won't get to the theater to see it again, Though I would enjoy that.
I think it's especially so. It's recommended for anyone who likes Wes Anderson, like you said. If you like his previous movies, you'll like this one. But it's also good for anyone who has interest in France in general. Like, just it's very kind of it's just kind of his
Francophile. But it's also
filled with kind of fake French stuff.
Yeah, it also, some of the themes I think that are clearly there is being an expat, being an expatriate, and the experience of being an immigrant, and moments like that.
And then I'd also say, if anyone out there, and people like this exist, people who are New Yorker fans who are like subscribe to the New Yorker, and they have their whole life, and their dad did, and they have all of them. And if that's the kind of person you are, then this movie's also for you.
Yeah, it's a love letter. I mean, that's right there in the description. A love letter to journalists set in an outpost of an American newspaper in a fictional 20th century city that brings to life a collection of stories published in the French Dispatch magazine.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's mine. Who's next? David? You leaned in.
Lindsay?
David. Well, mine's a little bit of a downer, so maybe I should go next in case yours isn't, and then we can finish on
David,
a higher note.
let's just check in. David, is yours an upper?
Mine's not a downer. It's maybe an upper. Mine's neutral.
Okay.
Let's end on
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Neutral's
do that.
at least good. Yeah.
We recently in our household blew through a series on Hulu called Dope Sick. Have you guys seen or heard of this?
I have heard of it, but I haven't seen
it. It's on Hulu, right?
Yes.
It's Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Peter Skarsgård is in there. Will Poulter, who was in the that really cool Black Mirror Choose Your Own Adventure, and who I guess is reported to be an upcoming like Marvel character.
Oh.
So I would say first and foremost, starting from the top, fantastic acting in here. Like, wow. But what I liked about this is what I'll say similarly that I loved about the movie Spotlight, which we've talked about on here before, which is the slow, years-long uncovering of just deep reporting, deep-rooted lawlessness.
Trauma.
Right.
So basically, this series is about America's struggle with the opioid epidemic, but it specifically focuses on the Sackler family and through Purdue Pharma, what was done to advertise and really truly make OxyContin the biggest pain management drug out there. And then what you've got in the actors is there are different agencies working on this issue from different angles, trying to do anything from getting the FDA to put a black box warning on it to, taking it off the market, or, like they worked hard for years and years. And I think just this past year, I think that there's been not a conclusion to the case, but a finality within the case that has disappointed a lot of people, where the Sackler family was allowed to declare bankruptcy, and they likely won't really suffer financially for what has happened, but that they will give up ownership of Purdue Pharma, I guess. I think that that's where it stands right now. But this series also follows the lives of people in Appalachia who have greatly suffered from the access to this medication without the information about how addictive it is. So it follows some human stories of people who end up getting addicted to it. Heartbreaking. Cried. Like, it was just, it was so well done. It was phenomenal. It's a thing where you're just like, the devastation to people's lives because of what that drug does to the human brain, and then does to the people who fall into using it. And then, I wouldn't even say that they abuse it, because the drug itself is so, I guess, like inviting of that type of overuse, right? Like if someone gets addicted to it, it would be like, in many ways, it feels like it would be so hard to place the blame on them because of like what the chemical of the drug is doing to the human brain when it does it. Also, so he plays Richard Sackler. He does a really good job.
So he's
Michael
like
Stuhlbarg.
the leader, the head of the family.
He's not the head of the family, and that's an interesting storyline within the series as well. But you also have Will Poulter. He plays a sales rep of Purdue Pharma, and it's a really interesting insight into how pharmaceutical companies amp up their sales rep to make large sales, get those drugs out there and selling, and make the companies a bunch of money. And then, the company's attempting to skirt issues when issues arise with the drugs that they have put out there. And this is probably one of the most like dangerous ones that has happened in recent history.
It's pretty insane when you think about the war on drugs as being, it just totally, when you juxtapose like how prescription drugs are treated and how they're regulated and how they're viewed, it's sickening.
You think you're safe because a doctor, which is a trusted source to many, is prescribing it to you. The doctor thinks that they're getting accurate information from a drug company.
Yeah.
And then eventually the whole house of cards falls down. It's just so well done. It's so eye-opening. I don't know. It makes you think a lot about the drugs that you take and put in your body and the regulation of them. And it's an interesting thing as well. As I watched it, something that was interesting for me as I reflected on it was that I would hesitate to take a drug like that, right? Like I would be like, even if you say it's safe, I don't necessarily believe that it's safe. And it kind of also made me think of, people thought it was safe because it was approved by the FDA, and what we're struggling with as a nation right now in terms of getting people vaccinated and getting people boosted and saying, it's FDA approved. They wouldn't approve it if it weren't safe. But, there are instances that people can point to where something like that hasn't happened. But also I would have to imagine, and I would also have to do research on this to verify it. But after an issue like this with a drug, like what came out of Purdue Pharma, the regulations at the FDA and the people at the FDA have quite largely changed in the wake of this scandal, and that it's a more trustworthy at this point, especially with everyone involved. And it's not just the FDA, it's, these vaccines are all over the world. So it's not just one organization approving them. I'm saying all that because I don't want anyone to think that was an anti-vax statement, because I'm very much in the field of go get your vaccination. Right. Mm-hmm. But it just opened the door in my brain to, okay, like if someone has concerns about the vaccine because of, the approval of it, but also you think about, I guess, how much other crazy stuff we put into our bodies. Like, what do I know about what's inside a Red Bull that I take a sip of? You know what I mean? So anyway, we don't have to go down this road. I'm just babbling now. David, take us out on a neutral note.
well, you did say it would be a bit of a downer. So, it is a downer. We were ready for the hard medicine.
I think you should watch it though, because it was just so phenomenally done, well acted, heartbreaking, but informative.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
I will too. Yeah. I think it's been recommended on a bunch of different fronts. So this isn't the first time I've heard it. And so, but coming as a recommendation on the podcast for sure, I'll return and report.
Terrific. So David, why don't you take us out on a
Yeah.
on a
I said neutral, I guess, but really, I mean, the thing I have to talk about is a comedy work.
Okay,
And so it's more light, and
great.
there is a TV show of it that we can talk about, but and it's maybe a good touch point or like an entry point for people who don't know about the original source material. But there's a series of books written by P.G. Wodehouse about they're the kind of Jeeves and Wooster, these characters. So it's called, if you're going to look it up on IMDb here, it's Jeeves and Wooster. Yeah. It's starring Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, a famous comedy duo who, with their own history, but then they performed in this series for the BBC or something where they play these characters, Jeeves and Wooster, over the course of maybe 5 seasons. And do you folks know about Jeeves and Wooster?
I know about Jeeves and Wooster. I've watched a few episodes. I think I watched the first one, and then I have watched another random, 1 or 2 episodes.
Lindsey, no?
I've watched much more bits of Fry and Laurie to see them.
No Jeeves and Wooster for me. Although the other night I think someone said Jeeves and Wooster, and I was like, someone said, "Oh, guess who Jeeves and Wooster is?" And I said, I thought that they were the Muppets that sit in the. I know that's not the Muppets that sit in the theater, but it felt
right.
like, yeah,
That's someone and someone else.
yeah. Isn't it Harley and Marley or something like that? I don't know.
Those are Scrooge's like haunting partners, right?
Yeah.
So David, though, have you been reading the books?
So I've been listening to the audiobooks of the original, the P.G. Wodehouse books, telling the stories. They were originally released like serially. I back in the day on the podcast I shared, I was listening to the Sherlock Holmes audiobooks, and the Sherlock Holmes kind of tells the story in England from turning the century, right before the turn of the century. And these stories, Jeeves and Wooster stories, are told from kind of like the interwar period in England, and it's like it's very it's very silly characters. The relationship is Wooster is this silver spoon wealthy upper class guy in England who has no kind of direction to his life, and he's kind of just partying with his frat friends, and they gamble and they drink, and then he has this butler who is the responsible one between the two of them, who kind of makes everything happen magically and solves all the social disturbances that come up that are very amusing and silly, but it's this funny relationship that's described between the butler and his master, but the master is totally irresponsible, and the butler saves the day. And it's not exactly like Sherlock Holmes and Watson, but there is some relationship similarity. And the two of them are a great vehicle for storytelling in this serial way, because after you read several books of these, you kind of get they're painting a picture. P.G. Wodehouse is brilliant the way he paints a picture of the London and England at the time, and then they go to their aunt and uncle's house or the castle in the country, and these country visits have all these social kind of antics that turn up that really are that are kind of like Oscar Wilde, in that they're like critical of the era and critical of the classist kind of behavior that you see, but it's very amusing and poignant and very clever stuff.
When is it set? You said
I'd say like between World War I and World War II. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah,
So Roaring '20s kind of slash Depression era.
Yeah.
But England was a little different in the Depression era. They didn't have, necessarily the same.
But yeah, these wealthy people and their big estates, the noble people were spending a lot of money, or they were on credit a lot. They were just kind of hoping to get by,
Make it up eventually.
Yeah. And I think that there were lots of those kind of bubbles that burst. It's the Downton Abbey kind of world in some ways too.
Sure.
But it's just funny stuff. And if you like Hugh Laurie from, everyone knows him from House.
Love him.
And if you like Stephen Fry, who's like just like the best person in the world,
Also love him.
then you'll have so much fun with Jeeves and Wooster. And so the show is fine, but it's great, I'd say. But if you're only watching the show and you're not consuming the books, then you're missing P.G. Woodhouse's clever his clever text writing style, and all of that is its own beauty. And there's websites online that are like wiki websites where people have dedicated their lives to annotating all of the references. Daniel, you particularly, you're such a fan of puns and
That's
little
true.
jokey references.
Yeah.
P.G. Woodhouse is just chock full of these references to Shakespeare or the Bible or just poetry in general, and it's just so much fun to read through. It's a laugh a sentence almost.
Well, so when were the books originally written then? In that
they
era?
were written throughout the 1900s. He started writing in like 1913 maybe. He wrote them all the way till his death in maybe 1973 or something like that. Gotcha.
Okay.
Simon Callow reads some of them if you can find them with his voice. He does
of the American Idol and Britain's Got Talent. That Simon Cowell?
No, Simon Callow.
Oh, who's that?
Callow.
Who is that guy?
He's an actor.
Well, no, who's
Simon Cowell is the
Cowell.
moody music judge
right.
on American Idol.
Okay.
Yeah, Pelham Grenville Woodhouse.
Sir,
yeah. He went by Plum. Pelham was just abbreviated like to Plum, Plum.
Oh,
and
terrific.
he also did a lot of musicals, and he wrote lyrics to music and plays and stuff like that. But he's up there, like it's like people say the Bible, and then like Agatha Christie novels, and then it's P.G. Woodhouse novels.
So is his? The Jeeves and Wooster show. My takeaway, my understanding, it's highly satirical.
Yeah.
And so would you say that the writing is equally satirical, or is it mostly clever and funny?
It's clever and funny and satirical. It's mocking the kind of this class of society. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I love mocking classes, so that's great. I'll buy into that. Oh, great. That's great. David, P.G. Woodhouse, spelled Wodehouse, and Lindsey's what was that show again? The Dope Sick.
Dope Sick.
And the French Dispatch. That's pretty good. Some pretty good recommendations there. You heard it here first, second, last. I don't know. Thanks again for joining us on the pod or on the live stream, and tell your friends about it. Subscribe and like, and please rate us on iTunes. Tell the Apple Podcast. Tell everyone how great it is.
Tell your parents.
Yeah, tell your parents.
Tell your mom.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
It's a podcast for moms.
Yeah, for moms.
Yeah, just sitting around all day with their kids doing crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
And thank you to Mr. Sam, producer Sam, out of Salton Studios, keeping us live and alive and rearranging our torsos on floating spaces in the live stream, just like Jamal.
Oh, just like Jamal Bowman.
Like Jamal Bowman,
floating above his condominiums.
But we're floating in space. And Lindsey, ready? You got a sign off for us?
I'll
keep asking you.
I don't. Not tonight. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Some fine tuning that has to happen.
And David?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's a pretty good place to stop recording.